when I was in Thailand, especially in the north of Thailand, I saw a ceremony which was done every New Year, which moved me immensely. And I told this couple, on the anniversary of their wedding, every year, I want them to do this little ceremony. It's called the forgiveness ceremony. I want them to buy a present for each other. Nothing expensive, but just like a token. It doesn't matter who goes first, but one of them to go up to their partner, give them the gift, and say, if there's anything which I have done over the past 12 months, by body, by speech or mind, intentional or just by accident, which it may have hurt you, or irritated you, or if there's anything which I should have done, which I forgot to do, which caused you pain, I forgive, please give me your forgiveness. I'm sorry. I'm a human being, I make mistakes, but I love you, you're my partner. Please forgive me. And the partner should always give that forgiveness when it's asked for with sincerity. And then it's their turn to give their partner a gift and say to them, darling, if there's anything which I may have done over the last 12 months, deliberately or just unintentionally, which may have hurt you, please forgive me. I'm a human, I make mistakes too. Or if there's something which I should have done, and I failed to do that, and it's caused you hurt, please forgive me back. And do that every year. Because you know in relationships what happens? These irritating little omissions. Most of them, they're not done deliberately. It's just human beings, living with human beings. We're imperfect, we fail, we say the wrong things, but a lot of the time we don't mean it. But sometimes our partner keeps it, and it festers, and it causes huge amounts of pain, and eventually separation. When we don't trust each other, and we get angry at each other, and eventually we feel that we don't love each other, to the point that we have to separate. So the forgiveness ceremony, when done every 12 months, means that those painful memories don't have a chance to stay inside of our memory. They're taken out once a year and thrown away. And that way, we don't have to linger with the pain of the past. And also every 12 months, it is like we are restating our own frailties, our own vulnerabilities. Yes, we make mistakes, we're being honest about ourselves. And also we're restating our commitment to make this relationship work. The love is more important than being wrong. And so when doing that ceremony, it actually really helps. So even if you've been married for many, many years, I invite you to try that ceremony as well. If you've married a long time, you have to buy your partner a very expensive present to make up for a lot of things you may have done. But you know, it's not the type of present, it's just the attitude behind it, which is very, very helpful. So that when we have attitudes like that, it's amazing just how we can actually live with people. You know, I remember years and years ago, there were these two monks. And like monks, you know, sometimes, no, they're not all perfect. These were two young monks, and they're having this argument. And the characters were both very tough guys. One of them was an ex-US Marine who was in the army during the Vietnam War, fighting on the fronts in Vietnam. He actually got shot in the back of the head. It was actually, that was a good thing for him because it knocked some sense into him. He was a very violent man before. But that's the sort of tough guy he was. You know, and the other guy was this Jewish real estate billionaire from Chicago. And he made a fortune when he was very young and retired when he was about 23. Really very tough and a very successful businessman. And they both ended up being monks. And they both were having this argument, and no one was going to back down. nose to nose, shouting at each other, as sometimes you see husband and wives do. And it was actually the ex-US Marine had this moment of inspiration. Everybody, they told me this, I wasn't there at the time, but people told me they really thought this was going to be a fight. Now, monks aren't supposed to do that, but that's what it looked like becoming, that one was going to punch the other. But instead of punching the other, the US Marine, now a monk, went down on the floor and bowed to this Jewish ex-real estate millionaire, bowed and said, "I'm sorry." And his adversary, the ex-Jewish millionaire, started weeping. It's one of those beautiful moments where conflict was solved, when it was about to become violent. And after crying, they were seen going back to the monastery with their arms around each other, friends. That's a beautiful way of solving conflict, because we have the humility to ask forgiveness and to have that forgiveness accepted.